Whenever I stay out of our home for school for several months, my aquarium glass usually has a thick layer of algae and my plants grew longer and bigger. Well, my fish are still alive though. So, yeah, let's clean this mess up. I usually start by trimming these overgrown plants, which reduces the fish capacity of my aquarium. It has been years since I've been aquascaping and fish skipping, and to tell you honestly, I still do not know what species of plant this is. All I know is that they look good and they grow so rapidly. I also have this plant that I'll just set aside for now since I'll be replanting them later on. And guess what? I neither know what species of plant this is. Then I remove my aerator slash water filter, which is currently coated with a thick layer of algae, and I actually do not know what's the term for that device, but yeah. Afterwards, I siphon the water using this siphon. As you can see, it is not working right now, and so I checked the hose and I found this huge cut. I got myself this electrical tape since we do not have duct tape at home, trying to fix this huge cut on my hose. I also remembered that I saw a hole on this hose last time, and so I searched for it and covered it with this electrical tape as well. And at this point in time, I was feeling anxious that this idea of mine might not work. So I crossed my fingers, hoping for the best. And so I tried siphoning once again, and yeah, it worked. Because I'm great. I have learned last year that it is important to siphon your water from the bottom of your tank when doing water changes, since it is where most of your aquarium waste materials builds up. So you might be wondering, how did my fish stayed alive? Well, my mother actually feeds them every now and then, and she claims that she does water changes. Which I disagree, since I think that she just adds water every now and then whenever the water evaporates. And I have to whisper this out since she is beside me. Yup, that's the water from my aquarium. After pouring that water out, I have to clean this filter using this cute sponge that I got from a huge sponge. And for the insides, I use a Q-tip because Q-tips are not for your ears. Yup, I'm not joking right now. It's actually true. Now it's time for the most satisfying part of cleaning an aquarium, removing all those algae that is sticking to the aquarium glass. Isn't that satisfying? If you don't agree, I don't care. Whenever I see there's too much algae sticking on the sponge already, I just rinse it on a bucket of water and continue working once again. And if you may be wondering where I got this, of course, I got this from Shopee. Cleaning this tank is definitely harder than the other one, but you can easily do it by just rotating the sponge. For the algae that have formed fibers, I just collect them like a spaghetti using these tweezers, which is kind of satisfying. For the algae that have stick onto the stem of this elephant ear plant, yes, I know the name of this plant, finally! I just used this mini sponge. And now it's time to replant the known plants at the back of my setup. Whenever I change water, I usually use this stored tap water at our back. I use this small cup in transferring water into the aquarium to not disturb the sand that sits at the bottom of my aquarium. I also see other aquascapers using a plastic and transferring water into the aquarium for that same purpose, but yep, let's do it our way. Now it's time to assemble and add this clean aerator / water filter into the aquarium. And there you go, my cleaned aquarium setup. It definitely looks murky right now, but it will look better with a snap of my finger. See? What happens to your aquarium setup whenever you stay out of home for several months? Because